This is the Kemove Shadow, Halloween Edition. A keyboard so edgy that I managed to cut my finger along these edges handling the box. So be careful. That said, it's an okay box. I really prefer the old magnetic boxes of the older Kemove keyboards that I have reviewed in the past. So as you can see here, the keyboard is right here, and it's got some special keycaps right here. Limited edition as well. Honestly, I love the Halloween aesthetic, and I would have loved to have gotten this keyboard during Halloween, but my order didn't get sent out to me in time. So in this box is the keyboard itself, obviously, but also underneath the keyboard are a bunch of accessories too. First is this unusual USB cable that's actually reversible at the USB-A section. It's almost like a USB-C cable, but it's not. Also included in this are, well, it looks like some sort of emblem, but I'm not really sure. It tells me how much battery there is. And here's the back of the keyboard. You can see the risers, and here you have an on-off switch as well as a Mac or Windows switch as well. For your hotkeys, of course. So, I've heard a lot of your guys' complaints in regards to me just mashing the keyboard. I assure you, I'm not mashing the keyboard. I would also try to record myself typing with the sound too, but I don't have the audio and video gear necessary to do that simultaneously, as much as I'd like to. So, this is the best I can do for you. So we can't talk about Kemove keyboards without first talking about the software. And honestly, I feel like the software that they're using right now is a bit of a step backwards, in my experience. The last software was extremely intuitive, and except for maybe custom lighting effects, but in this one, I couldn't figure out how to do anything. I couldn't figure out how to set per layer RGB, per layer effects. The only thing I can really figure out is, well, basically how to set different keys to other keys in different layers, and that's it. I feel like the software is a huge step back for Kemove. The last software was great, and it did everything I wanted it to do immediately. I tried setting per key lighting. I just tried setting, you see this rudimentary numpad I made? That was the only thing that was successful. And what I was trying to do was I was also trying to set up lighting effects for those so that they would show up as red, whereas the rest of the keyboard showed up as blue. And I couldn't even do that. And the lighting effects just did not work for me. I'm not certain as to why. I've tried almost everything. I could only do their presets, and I couldn't set custom. I couldn't make it like half red, half blue, or half green, or whatever. The custom effects did not do anything for me. Not this time. I couldn't even make a rudimentary scheme. I even tried setting a macro up, and while actually creating the macro was a breeze. In fact, in many respects, it was an improvement. All you had to do was press record and record it. And it has a lot of granularity when it comes to being able to edit it. You can edit the timing, you can edit the buttons themselves. You can even delete mid-steps too, just in case you mess up. And you can actually assign macros to a button, which works. Never worked on the last one. But here's the thing though. Here. as you can watch this, I set up a macro to type in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or whatever. And it doesn't work. In fact, all it's doing is pressing A. And believe me, I've tried many different macro combinations. I've tried all sorts behind the scenes, and none of them seem to really work, which tells me that it must be a bug. I'm hoping that Kemove can fix this in the future, but right now it's kind of disappointing. A lot of the software functionality just doesn't seem to work, and I don't know if that's just me or if it's Kemove. Now here's a typing test done by yours truly, and I don't want to brag or anything, but I think I'm pretty good at typing. I mean, the results show right here, right? I'm doing a typing test right now. Look at that. 1 or 2 words per minute. Allegedly the top 1% in the world. It may sound like I hate this keyboard, but the truth is that the hardware is extremely good. These are full-on Gatoron switches, and they're plate-mounted as well. But you're no longer limited to Gatoron switches. Basically, any MX-style switch will fit in here, but I don't have that many, so I can't actually do it for you. The keyboard is compact enough for you to do like a mini streaming setup that I've got like going on here. And it's more than adequate for like your average first-person shooter game, which, yeah, are the most popular games in the world right now. And they pair quite nicely with a portable setup. For the competitive gamer that's sensitive to input delays, I would recommend using this keyboard wired at all times. But if you're just someone that likes to type or casually game and you don't need like frame perfect timing, then go ahead and use it Bluetooth. You probably won't be able to tell the difference anyways. So I think this keyboard is good, but it's not as much of an upgrade as I was hoping, and I'm hoping that Kemove can seriously iron out the bugs in the software. That said, if you already have the Kemove Shadow, you can just buy the keycap separately for $30 on their website. It's the same keyboard after all.